there inside Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Denver Broncos and the Washington Commanders. Welcome, it's Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson and Matt Gay going to kick things off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback. This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
2nd and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Broncos.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. They'll give it to Dobbins. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Next, from the gun, off, under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On 4th down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to kick it away. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They're led out by the former number 2 overall pick. That was back in 2015. Marcus Mariota.
It's just so nice to have a veteran like this on your roster that you know might not get a ton of reps in practice, might not get a ton of reps in the preseason, but when you need to turn to him, he's there and he's ready. They've been a starter in this league. They've had success. He knows how to manage a huddle. He knows how to read defenses. He does all the intangibles that you need to turn to when your team needs a settling force at quarterback. To have one of these guys, man, what a weapon.
After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and a couple. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Right side, catch made by McLaurin.
A gain of
12 yards on that hookup. First down, Washington.
First down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He runs with it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
43-yard line.
From the 43, here's second down and 6. The motion man here is McLaurin. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. On target, got it to McLaurin. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
To the air now on first and 10. That's to McLaurin. They connect again. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
They'll motion over Samuel. That one not disguised too well. He'll get back to the line. That's it.
Well, you can tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. He'll look to throw. Moving left. He keeps it himself. And he won't quite get to the end zone, but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1.
Brings up second and goal.
From a little closer, here's second and goal. They'll go with him again. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt, touchdown, Washington.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead.
This makes the score. Commanders 7, Broncos nothing.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to see the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. A first down throw for Nix. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. He'll step up and run. And Nix with a wise move there at the end. Sliding to a stop, but he's got the first down.
10 yards. And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
He'll take off again. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
That's another Broncos first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on 3rd down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Nix. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll motion over Samuel. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
Alex Singleton on the tackle. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Now they'll set up to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
44-yard line.
The tight end Ertz in motion. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
On the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time.
8 yards to go.
And it'll be 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher. And this offense now finds themselves staring at 4th down as a result.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tressway to punt. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Broncos offense back onto the field for their next possession. Been a bit of a shaky start so far. A punt followed by the turnover on downs last time they had it. So trying to turn things around here on drive number 3. On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
That's good.
It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
1st and 10.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. The RPO, that one is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
What's his kick? Is good. And the Broncos are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Bootleg. He'll look to throw. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Rolling right.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now from the gun. They're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Zach Allen gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
And he stood tall in the pocket, hoping something would open up downfield. But this pass rush, they've been relentless in their pursuit of the quarterback, and they're able to bring him down for a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds, marking down right at the 10-yard line. And now the decision has been made. The challenge flag is out. They want a review of the previous play. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's 1st and goal. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively. After giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap, to bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. The
nice job here by the defense, taking advantage of this condensed field. Anytime you're down here in the red zone, the field is wider than it is deep. It's actually very challenging for an offense to stay in their normal rhythm, and coverage has been tight, pass rush is getting home, back-to-back sacks.
Back-to-back sacks, back them up. What's going to happen now on 3rd and goal? That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. On the return, here's Mims. Yeah! Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense make their way out to take over once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Back to throw is Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big games like this.
Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
He's got his man. He finds Sutton. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Denver 1st down.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Broncos 1st down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Flushed to his left. He's going to keep it himself. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. It's It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's first and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Broncos.
Touchdown, Broncos.
Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos will tie things up. It's now 10-10. All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. Samuel gonna see what he can do. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to get back at it. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll step up and run this. And nice work there. Going to a slide and gain about 7.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
A throw left side, caught by Simmons. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Commander's first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
They get 21 on that one. First down, Washington.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Second and 10. That's into the hands of the lane. He's got it. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
Third and 5.
He's taken down inside the 10.
On the play. That's another Washington Commanders first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal. Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Now here's second and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That'll be taken in by Krosky Merritt. Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. Third and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And fortunately for the Commanders, one of their guys able to get back in there and retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On fourth down, the Commanders send out Matt Gay to try the field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. Three points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. Samuel gonna see what he can do. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Set up to throw. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
27 yards.
That's good for 27 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example of
and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. The motion man here is McClure. On play action, he'll set up to throw. On the move left. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. They turn it over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
The Broncos offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now it's Dobbins. Room to run past midfield. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
He connects with Mims. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Broncos.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
First down.
So I really like the decision here that you're going to throw the ball to one of your big tight ends, but it's the personnel grouping that you do it out of. Bring as many big bodies onto the field as possible, stay with the passing game, and you're able to find one of those big tight ends for a first down.
But the fullback trying to power it home. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
It's a loss of
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Dobbins will take it in. Touchdown. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He's got it. Broncos make the lead 4. It is 17-13.
Commanders 13.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. That one secured by the tight end base. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a yard. The motion man here is McClure. Much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks. And set up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
The Commanders about to send this one away. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. This brought in out past the 20. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Broncos offense, and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. Run with Dobbins. They managed to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Great Amos there to make the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. This is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Now the return, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Commanders' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Look in the middle. He's got Ertz. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Commanders' 1st down.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight double coverage, and while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
Up the middle they go. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
They'll stay on the ground. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Short run there. He's got Ertz. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Commanders cut the deficit down to 1.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. On the return, here's Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll try to sneak it here, and he will have a Broncos first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Nowhere to go, he is taken down. Jalen Holmes in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
He goes right back to Sutton. They get 16 on that connection. First down, Broncos.
And the Broncos first down. A gain of 16 yards. And the Broncos first down.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
We're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
46-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Puck was very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He will air this out, looking for Sutton. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
The Broncos bringing out their punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And this will not be returnable as this kick will go out of bounds. The Commanders' offense and Marcus Mariota set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw, and he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
He'll drop the throw. He'll get this out to his running back. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
The Commanders set to kick this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Broncos offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Back to throw is Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
I'll give on the ground. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he will have a Broncos 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Broncos 1st down.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
This one to the tight end, Trotman. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. We'll go play action with Nix. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Mims sent in motion here. Here's Nix to throw. That is hauled in at the 5. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
First down.
It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put it.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Denver. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the 4th quarter, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Lutz for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Broncos are going to open up the lead to 8.
Commanders 16.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. Off play action. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Just simply more of the same, and you're just not going to have a lot of success, Mike, when you're constantly starting drives with 2nd and long, 3rd and long. It's just not a good way to play offense in the NFL, and here we go again.
Now on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. He keeps it himself.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, a big play in the game now. 3rd down and 1. They'll stick to the ground. 1st down and more to the 45. And he'll be forced out of bounds. A pickup there of 25 yards. 1st down, Washington.
3rd down and short. You decide to hand the ball off. What you're really telling yourself is just pick up enough yards to reset these downs. But in this case, the back had a whole lot more in mind. He saw the crease, and he hit it, and it led to a big gain.
He'll find his receiver, Chris Moore. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Here comes second down. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle. He's got McLaurin. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. It's caught. That's Lane. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Deebo Samuel, touchdown Commander.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
Important spot here for the Commanders as they will go for 2.
The Commanders will line up for
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That'll be caught, and he is going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion works, and we've got ourselves a tie game.
You can just tell the teams that practice these end-of-game situations. After the offense scored, there was no big hoopla. They weren't throwing themselves a parade. They immediately knew they had to go for 2. Get back in the huddle, get their best play call executed, and we got a tie ball game.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Broncos offense ready to take over once more. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and that will lead to a second down. Throwing, Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up third down and 10.
What about this crowd getting even louder before third and 10? Nix from the gun on third down. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to first and 10. Here's Dobbins. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Right at midfield. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
They'll throw. It's Nix. The catch made there by Sutton. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. And they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the fourth. This is first and 10. A run with Dobbins. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
And now a timeout. We are under 10 seconds to go. From here, it's a long field goal. What are they going to do? Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This to win the game. Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This one he's got to have. Got the distance, and it's good. He knocks it through from long range. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's first down. Here we go. One final play. There's Ertz. He's got it right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to do it. Their late comeback bid comes up short as time has expired in this game. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night from just outside our nation's capital.